Today is a very exciting day because we are going to be exploring two completely different homes in Newport Coast, probably the most sought after city in all of Orange County, arguably the entire state of California. This is the pinnacle of luxury. So the two different houses we're going to be looking at is one for $16 million, huge mansion in Crystal Cove, my favorite community, has an amazing park just opposite PCH and tons of shopping in the nearby area. You also have another one for $1.6 million, which is a townhouse in Newport Coast. The $1.6 million home does need quite a lot of work. That's why it is priced so low. But yeah, two completely different houses, one for $16 million, one for $1.6 million. So you'll get an idea of what the mega mansions look like and what a townhouse will look like in Newport Coast. Now, as far as what the market is doing here, we are seeing the median sales price has been kind of choppy all year, and that's pretty standard for these higher priced cities. So right now we're sitting at roughly $6.5 million, and you sort of bounce between $8 million and $4 million depending on how many high priced homes get sold for that particular month. Now, days on market is around 30 days before a house gets into escrow. Now, this will vary a lot because the homes that are listed for over $20 million, they take closer to sometimes over 6 months, sometimes even closer to a year before getting into escrow. And the lower priced homes, under $4 million, I know it is a lower priced home for Newport Coast, those are selling faster. So that is why the days on market is around 30. But if you are a buyer, do expect, if you're in the lower price range, for there to be a little more competition. And if you're in the ultra luxury range, there's likely a lot more negotiating happening at that price point. Now, as far as pending sales, you're looking at roughly 30 homes in escrow, which is an indication of buyer demand, and that's pretty high for a city that has an average price point of $6.5 million. For example, the median sales price here is a lot higher than Laguna Beach, and in Laguna Beach, your pending sales are only around 10 houses. So the buyer demand is a lot lower in Laguna Beach compared to Newport Coast. And I will say that is kind of, I don't want to say normal, but Newport Coast usually has a lot more demand compared to its neighboring city like Laguna Beach. So we are driving down Newport Coast Drive right now, and this is primarily the road that you'll take into Newport Coast if you're coming from inland. You do have PCH, which runs north to south, driving through Newport Coast all the way down to Dana Point, and that road does go all the way up north as well. So to the right here, we have the community of Pelican Hill. This is also a very high-end neighborhood, and you have one of the best golf courses in Orange County. In fact, it's separated by two different courses. You have the north and the south. Both are 18 holes, and it will run you about $450 to play around there per person if you do want to get in at prime time. At closer to sunset, I believe the cost drops down to $150 or $200 a person. So it's a little different, but it is a very business golf. It's a very player-friendly golf course. Now, the community we're going to look at right now with the $16 million house is Crystal Cove, and that is opposite the state park. Now, Crystal Cove, there are a lot of high-priced homes there. There are multiple different gated sections in the neighborhood, and you have houses up to $70-80 million in Newport Coast, specifically in Crystal Cove, and they do take a lot longer to sell. But you also have condos in the same neighborhood that are closer to $4.5-5 million, and yes, that is for a condo. Some have ocean view, some do not. But the nice thing about Crystal Cove, it is a very safe, guard-gated community. You have a guard there at all times, and they're very strict on who they let through. So that is a community on the left right now that you can see, and the houses in here are some of the most incredible homes that you'll see in all of Orange County. And to the left here is the Crystal Cove Shopping Center, where you have an Aston Martin dealership. You have high-end restaurants like Mastro's and Javier's, as well as a Trader Joe's. So you're very close to high-end dining, but also the ability to just walk over to a supermarket or drive over to a supermarket, and you don't have to drive out of town if you want to get your basic household shopping. So here's your first gate into Crystal Cove. This is the main entrance, and like I said, guards are pretty strict here. Hi there, here for the Brokers Open.
Okay, you have your business card?
So we're approaching this first house. It is a 5-bed, 4.5 bath, just over 5,000 square feet on a 13,000 square foot lot, and listed for $16 million. Look how incredible all of these homes are in this neighborhood. Crystal Cove is just one of a kind. Entering into the front yard here, we have a pretty good use of front yard space actually. This is a really nice grassy area. You could turn it into a putting green if that's something you're interested in. But I love the Spanish style architecture that you get in so many neighborhoods of Newport Coast. Entering into the main part of the house, we have a little coffee area right here, the dining room as well. And I love how open this California room is. You have so many possibilities. A little wine storage there, and you have a fireplace just off into the family room, going through the dining room here, which opens up into the backyard, so you have incredible views from your dining table. A great place to entertain guests, friends, family, or just yourself. I love this pool. It's a great use in the backyard. It doesn't take up too much space. And again, you have a little hangout area here with a fireplace. And look at this view. That is what a $16 million view should look like, in my opinion. And this is a good use of the pool. I really like that you have completely different areas. Oftentimes you'll have a yard this size, and the pool just takes up way too much space. And if you are wanting a luxury home, this is the type of views that you get in Newport Coast. You do also have a really nice barbecuing area to the right-hand side, so you don't get all of that smell inside the home itself. Another little coffee area right here, and this is the main living room. Tons of natural light, high ceilings, granite fireplace. Entering in through the kitchen here, look how beautiful these countertops are. I love the backsplash on that huge stove, makes it a nice centerpiece. Let's go take a look at the first living quarters. So you have a home office to your right. You have a completely separate laundry room, which is really nice. I love the use of this office space. It's sort of separate from the main part of the home, so you have your own little working area if you need that, or if you have a guest staying over, they can use that as well. Full shower right here. Off to the right, you do have another bedroom. So if you have in-laws staying, or if you have family or friends staying, they have this entire section to themselves, which is cut off from the upstairs bedroom. It's really nice that guests can have their own space to utilize. What I do love about this home is the hardwood floors. I love how bright it looks, and it really sort of accents everything else in the house. Going up the staircase here, you have windows all along the right-hand side, which really brings in a lot more natural light. And this is the primary bedroom. Look at the view you have from your main suite. You really have your own patio as well. You can have your morning coffee When you're buying a $16 million home, you really want to make sure that you can enjoy almost every single room in the house, and having this patio with this incredible ocean view from your primary bedroom is a huge bonus and definitely a major selling point in a house like this. Going back through the primary bedroom, you do get an idea of the size of this room, which I think is pretty big for a home that is just over 5,000 square feet. And in the primary bathroom, you have two completely separate sinks, a soaking tub, and a very updated standing shower, which is a pretty good size in my opinion. What I do like as well is you have two closets on separate ends of the primary bathroom. Both closets are a pretty good size, both walk-in closets, but I know a lot of people like more closet space. So what I have seen people do is just remove a guest bedroom near the primary bedroom and just turn it into an entire closet. Believe it or not, a lot of people do actually do this, and it's becoming more common. Going into the guest area now, you'll notice a huge bonus room on the left here, which is really nice for any guests staying over or any kids you have. They have their own little space to play games, watch a movie, little patio that is just off of that room as well. And looking into the first guest bedroom, you'll notice this has its own little space, which is really nice, completely separate from the primary bedroom, as well having a really nice updated full bathroom directly en suite, which is a huge bonus that you get with homes like this as well. And looking at the second bedroom, what you'll notice is this bonus office space. So if you have friends staying over and they need to get some work done, maybe they work remotely, they can utilize this space without disturbing anyone else in the house. So again, $16 million home, you get enormous amounts of perks that you would not receive with other homes at a different price point. That is what makes this a luxury community. Okay, so that was what $16 million looks like in Newport Coast. Beautiful home, pretty nicely updated, and a stunning ocean view. Now we're going to take a look at what $1.6 million gets you. Now, this is significantly smaller. It's a little townhouse, 1,300 square feet. The last one we just looked at was over 5,000 square feet. And I haven't seen this one yet, but I'm pretty sure based on the pictures that it is a bit of a fixer-upper and likely doesn't have any view. So it'll be a huge contrast, a good contrast to compare what is the difference between an entry-level townhouse in the most sought-after city in Orange County, Newport Coast, versus your higher end, like your top 5%, top 1% of people are buying. I think it'll be really nice to see. Obviously, $1.6 million is still a lot of money for a townhouse, but it is Newport Coast. You are paying for that prime real estate, and it is the most expensive city, dollar per square foot in Orange County and in almost all of California, really, especially Southern California. So to the left here is the Newport Coast Shopping Center, where you have pavilions, Starbucks, and a few different restaurants. You don't really have the high-end restaurants like you would near the Crystal Cove Shopping Center, but still you have a supermarket and I believe just one coffee shop. And then there's a charging station right across the road. Okay, so we are pulling into this community right now. I don't believe it is gated, but I do just need to double check. Almost all communities in Newport Coast are gated. Some are guard gated, some are not. I'm not 100% sure if this one is gated. Let's have a look. The Summit. Okay, we got the gate code entering the community of the Summit here. Find a guest parking spot. As you can see, this is a community of townhomes, so much different at this price point. Entering through the top of the stairs, you do have carpeted stairs. Now, I didn't show you the garage, but it is an attached 2-car garage. Sometimes you only have a 1-car garage here. Through the main floor, you do have a ton of natural light, fireplace there. The ceilings are really, really high for a townhouse, which I do enjoy. Countertops are made out of tile. I imagine someone would probably want to rip that out and put in quartz at the very least. First guest bedroom here, high ceilings, a decent amount of natural light, carpeted. Into the guest bedroom here, you can see it's pretty original, probably original from the late 90s when this house was built. Primary bedroom, high ceilings again, a lot of natural light. You do have your own patio, which is a nice bonus if you want to utilize that, have some coffee there. Entering into the bathroom, it is in older condition, similar to the other bathroom. You'd probably want to update this, maybe remove that, put a standing shower. You do have a pretty nice sized closet for a home which is just over 1,300 square feet. Oftentimes you wouldn't even get a walk-in closet. You do have a patio off the main living room, but again, at this price point for Newport Coast, you're not going to get anything with a view, so you'll just be looking at your neighbors if you want to enjoy your coffee there. Now, this is a nice little bonus loft den. I suppose you could turn it into a bedroom if you wanted. It is kind of cool, and you do actually have a full bathroom just off of this room, so you could actually turn this into a third bedroom if you wanted to. Even with this space right here, you could have a pretty good size walk-in closet. This would be good for a kid who's maybe growing up a little bit more. They want separate space from their parents. You could turn this into their own little bedroom area, which is pretty nice. That townhouse for 1.6 million is actually in a better condition than I thought. Yeah, sure, you need to remodel the bathrooms, you need to update the kitchen, but it has a lot of potential in my opinion, and I don't think you would actually need to spend that much money. But that is the difference between $16 million and $1.6 million in the most sought after city in Orange County. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comment them down below and subscribe. I will be doing these videos at least once a week. And if you'd like to buy or sell in Orange County or just have any questions about the market, reach out. I'd love to chat and see if I can help you out. I'll see you in my next video.